I would like to take a few moments and talk to you about the proper care and storage of your Echo water pump that you've recently purchased from us. We appreciate your business and we want the pump to last you for years of quality service. The first thing we suggest when you're done using your pump is to take a fuel stabilizer treatment such as the Startron we use here at Bomberger's and treat your gasoline. Ethanol has been a big issue for us the past several years, and this will help to eliminate some of that problem. So you'll simply remove the fuel cap, pour in a very slight amount of the Startron, reinstall the cap, and you're ready to start the pump. First thing we need to do is have some type of container for water so we can recycle the water. You never want to run your Echo pump without water coming into the pump mechanism. So I've taken a standard trash can here, filled it about half full of water, and I'm going to prime the pump just using a coffee cup. Everybody likes coffee. Once we have the pump full, we're going to make sure our intake is down in the water itself and our garden hose is discharging the water back into the trash can, so all we're doing is recycling through the water. I'm going to prime it just like you would start. Turn it to the on position. Once I get it started, I'll no longer be able to talk because of the noise, but at that point we're just going to allow the pump to run through its process until it runs out of fuel, however many minutes later that may be. So I'll go through that starting process now. Our pump is now run out of fuel and is ready for the next step. What we need to do is we need to push the primer button several times and put the pump back on the choke. What this will do is this will allow any of the gas that's remaining in the carburetor to be burned through. Once we do that, we'll start it. You'll notice that I continued to prime that while it was running out of fuel. This pumps all the fuel out of the fuel primer and into the carburetor, which in turn burns it through the cylinder. Once we're past the process of being able to start it again, I'll give it a few pulls here just to try. Once we're past the process of being able to start, we're ready to go on to the next step. First thing that you're going to want to do is detach all the hoses from your pump. Simply by removing that. And removing that. That takes off any water discharge or water intake. The second thing we want to make sure we do is remove the plug at both the top and the bottom. It's very important that we get all the water out of our pump. We will want to store the pump with these caps off, so you'll want to put these in a safe place so they don't get lost for the next time. The last thing we want to do is make sure that we lubricate the inside of the pump. For time purposes, I'm going to do this right now. However, I would wait several hours to allow that to drain and to dry out. If you have compressed air, it would be a good thing to pump some compressed air into there perhaps and blow it out. The next thing you're going to want to do is use a lubricating product that displaces water. Here at the store we use ZEP 45 in all of our pumps. This does a nice job with water displacement. What you'll do is spray a hearty amount in the top till you can see it start to come out the bottom. At that point, we're going to pull over the engine slowly. We'll leave the switch off so it doesn't turn on. Don't turn the switch off. Spray a little more in. See it's still coming out. Spray some into all the intakes. Pull it over again. And at that point your pump should be ready for storage and ready to use the next time the opportunity presents itself.